All right, awesome. Okay, ladies, so welcome to our first Remarkable Family Hangout. So we're going to do this every single week at 8:30, Wednesdays at 8:30. I know Wednesdays, well, honestly, there's just a reason for every day that somebody might not be able to do it. I know that Wednesdays can be a big church ministry night. So we are recording it now. I haven't decided if I'm going to record every single week or not. Um, because honestly, it's just a more effective thing for people to be participating at the on the event, okay, to be actually be on. The energy is different and it's just more effective. And so the reason why we are doing this, first of all, is because our unit is so spread out, and it's more spread out now than it has ever been, I feel. And a big reason is because of my recent trip to New Jersey, and reconnecting with Heidi and Jackie and Laura. And I am missing someone. Heidi, Jackie, Laura. Who did I see? Heidi, Jackie, Laura. I'm missing someone. Christy. Christy. I'm like, I know there was another one. So that was really such a great trip. And, these girls are killing it. So Christy has actually had two consultants join her team since my trip up there. Laura is having someone join her team any minute. Jackie has been killing it with sales already. She's been seeing faces. It's wonderful. And so I just really want to bring us together every single week, to celebrate you all, to celebrate what your accomplishments are, what you're working on, what you're focused on, but then also to sharpen skills and to sharpen, what makes our business effective, what builds a really solid, strong foundation for your business. And so, Kylie, I'm actually going to call out on you first because you have been selling items, and you've seen some faces. So how many items have you sold so far this month?
I have sold 11 items. I am
Yay!
working on a few more. Yeah. So it is exciting. Of my 120 goal for the month, I've sold 11.
Great. And then, have you seen any faces yet?
I have not. I am trying to get myself back out there, to just meet new people and warm chatter and work up that confidence. So it's a work in progress.
Okay. Okay, girl. And sometimes, I mean, the work in progress, a lot of times it just looks like jumping in and doing it.
Right.
Like just doing
Exactly.
it. Yeah. I mean, and I mean, oh my goodness, Gloria Mayfield Banks, she would do, like, not go home until she had 5 new names and numbers. Like, she literally would
Mm-hmm.
not allow herself to go home. And so, sometimes we get to that point in our business and with the, yeah, just that urgency that we have for our business, that we do that, and then it just becomes like a natural thing. Um, so yeah, okay, awesome. And then what is your goal for faces? Your goal is 120 items sold. What is your goal for faces for this month?
30.
30. Love it, love it, love it. So ladies, I don't have one printed out, but I do have a tracking flyer that is on our Facebook page that you can use for tracking items sold, tracking faces, and also tracking interviews. And so Tammy, I know you've been selling some product as well. Do you know how many items you have sold so far this month?
Sorry, I turned my audio off. I think it's 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
and then I have someone else who told me to call her like in a day or two,
Right.
that she wanted to order some stuff too. So,
Okay, awesome,
yeah.
awesome. Well, I want to know for sure how many, because a real
Okay.
track never grows. So
Yeah.
you said,
Well, I don't have my tickets out here. So.
okay, okay, all right, awesome. But yeah, that tracking form I hope helps you, ladies. And so let me explain the reason why those three things are being tracked. Okay, this month. The reason why I'm doing that is honestly because we need to have a strong month. Okay. For us to have our best year ever, we have to beat our best July ever. And our best July ever was 12,500, somewhere around there. And I want to beat that. I know we can beat that. And I do want to beat what we did in June. In June, we did 13,800. So our goal for this month is 14,000 wholesale. And I know that what's going to build strength in our unit, what's going to build strength in our own personal businesses is going to be seeing faces. And you know what, ladies, if you're at a point in your business that you're feeling frustrated, let me tell you a little bit about frustration, because I have felt frustrated many times in my business, like more than I could count. Okay, more than I can count. And there's always a common denominator with those times of frustration. Even right now, I definitely have a level of frustration with my personal business. And the common denominator is lack of faces. Whenever I'm not happy with what our production is, whenever I'm not happy with my team building, whenever I'm not happy with my sales, I can just look back and say, okay, well, how many faces did I do? How many faces did I do this month? How many faces have I done in the past quarter? You know, how many faces have I been doing? It all seriously comes down to putting this product on faces. Facebook is an avenue that we can sell, though. Now, that does not count as faces. Having people, log on to a party, watch your demonstration if you're doing a live video or if you're doing the post, having people participate with that does not count as a face. But it is a way to sell product. And let's be honest, when we're selling product, we are making money, and our wholesale production does grow from selling product. And so the reason why I wanted to give you that option to track how many products you sell is because I want this month to be strong, and I want you to start out on a foot that your confidence is high, that you say, okay, I can do that. And so for instance, we're just going to do the $600 wholesale level. We're calling that our Equinox level this month. And so at that Equinox level, you get a money bag. And the money bag says, girls just want to have funds. Isn't that funny? I think that's so cute. So with that, isn't that cute? Kylie likes it. So yeah, if you don't have a money bag, FYI, like, you want a money bag. I remember working really hard for my aunt to get a money bag from her because I just didn't look cute, like with where I was putting my sales tickets and my checks and the money and the cash. Like, I didn't, money bag looks more professional, and especially one that says girls just want to have fun. It's like, that's just cute. Okay, so let's just talk about a $600 level. All right, so $600 level average is that you will hit that when you do 30 faces. But I know that July can be an interesting month. Kids are off of school. There's the 4th of July that's in there. We're visiting family's visiting us. I mean, here in Wilmington, we've got people coming into town to see us because we live near the beach. So people my sister is here for 10 days. I absolutely love it. But that makes July a little bit different. And so, different or not different, we still have to hit our goal of 14,000. We still want to do that. And so, I know that sometimes instead of thinking in terms of 30 faces, you can think instead of, but if I sell 60 items. So I have all month to do 30 faces. I could just track something different and track how many items I sell. I have all month to sell 60 items. 60 items. And listen, ladies, you sell a miracle set, that's 4 items in a set. That counts as 4 items. You sell a satin hand set, that counts as 3 items. So it's just individual items. And so when you're selling those items, the average is about $20 per item. Okay, that's what the average is. And so when you're selling 60 items times $20 being your average, that's $1,200 in sales. $1,200 in retail sales is $600 wholesale. And then you get to take your profit. Okay. And then you get to take that 40% profit, and you're making fantastic money. Like, that is exciting. That is very exciting. And so I want you to have a win this month. Now, maybe 60 items, you're looking at the calendar and you're saying, okay, it's the 12th. I don't know if I can do 60 items at this point. I haven't sold anything yet. Okay, go for 40. Could you sell 40 items in the next, 19 days? I think you could. I really do. I think you could sell 40 items, but it does take tracking it, and it does take committing to it and going for it. Now, if you've got a ton of parties set up, like Jackie, I know has a ton of parties set up. She's like, I can't even have any downtime this Saturday and Sunday because everyone wants to try the charcoal mask. Everyone, all my friends and family want to do the multi-masking appointments. So that's fantastic. So maybe she wants to track faces instead. But this is what I want you to do, ladies. You will get your prize when you do two things. When you do the wholesale order, and then when you submit a tracking sheet showing how many points you have accumulated for this month. So this is what the points look like. 1 point for every item sold. So at the $600 level, that's going to be $600 wholesale. Plus, I want to see your tracking sheet reflected with 60 points based on your activity for this month. So maybe you tracked items sold. You sold 60 items, to back up that $600 wholesale order. Or maybe you did tracked your faces. And so it's 2 points per face. So that would be 30 faces. Now, I'm also giving you 2 points per interview. Okay, now what counts as an interview? I have to be involved somehow. Either I follow up with them after you've shared with them, I follow up with them after they've seen my marketing video, or I have just shared them like right off the bat. It's no follow up. I'm actually just like a part of the sharing appointment. Either way, it's 2 points. And so a total, I mean, and you can pull points from all three different categories. You could pull points from your items sold, pull points from your faces, pull points from your interviews, and you got 60 points, and you decide to do a $600 order, based on that activity. That's what you do. That's great. Let's say you get 60 points, but based on your sales, it's a $400 wholesale order. That's fine. That's fine. That you're at the cruise level. It's all good. Ladies, I want you to make money here. I want you to be putting more money in your bank account. I want more money going towards your families. I want you to be making a profit. We're really going, that's what this remarkable family hangout is going to be about, sharpening those skills and celebrating the wins, with the end goal that you're making money and that you're winning and that your confidence is growing in this business and that you're moving along the career path, or you're moving along in your achievements with sales and being a star consultant and getting the unit prizes that we have going on. I want you to be winners, because you are winners. I see so much in you all. Oh my goodness, every one of you who I've had the privilege of meeting, I am just blown away by the caliber of women that are in our unit. And I've got to say, the scoreboard, I'm very grateful for what the scoreboard said on June 30th, but I'm not content with it. I am not satisfied. I do not feel that where we landed on June 30th reflects the caliber of women that are in our unit. So let's start meeting our potential. Let's start doing what we're capable of doing. Let's start working as if working for the Lord. Okay? Because I don't know if it's our best. I don't think it's been our best. I really don't. And so I love you girls so much. I'm so excited and so proud. And so my prayer is that, this promotion will be the jump start to our best year ever, that we will beat our best July ever. That'll be the first step into moving and to excelling and to moving up to the next level. It just excites me. And so, start tracking, ladies. A tracked number does grow. It really does. And you know what? You think about a CEO. Think about someone who is just like a boss. All right. They are a boss at whatever, any area, whether it's in their job, in their career, and any kind of career, like across the whole gamut of careers. They are a boss. They are achieving. Think about athletes. They're tracking. They're tracking their performance, they're tracking their results, they're tracking their activity, they're tracking, the productivity of their team, or whoever they're working with, their employees. They're tracking. And so we've got to track. We've got to fall in love with tracking. We've got to get obsessed about it, so that when I ask you, how many items have you sold? You know it. When I ask you, how many faces have you seen? You know it. When we are celebrating your best month ever. And I say, how many faces did you see? You just had your best month ever. You say with confidence that you saw 40 faces or you saw 42 faces. You know the exact number. And I had my best month ever because of this. We've got to be strategic here, ladies. It's not just going to happen. It is a business. And Mary Kay and my aunt quoting Mary Kay, this business is not magical. It is mathematical. But I always like to add something onto that. This is what I know. What I know is that the magic does happen when we do enough of the math. When we work the math, the magic does happen. And Dawn Barton, I don't know if you ladies have ever heard of her. Find her on Facebook, Dawn Barton. I am friends with her. She just did $1 million for the first time. And her unit last month were in the $350,000 unit club. $350,000. This year, a year later, they did $1 million. $1 million. They went up by $650,000 in 1 year. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. And so there were miracles in this year for her. But you know what? Why the miracles happened? Because they had the math to back them up. They put the product on the faces. They sold enough product. They shared the opportunity with enough people. So ladies, just know that when you're doing the math, when you're tracking, you can't help but be successful. You really can't. If you're committed to it, you can't help but be successful. The way I look at it is, you know what? Yeah, I wish I was in the pink Cadillac now. I wish we were a pink Cadillac unit going to seminar this year. Absolutely. But I also know in the fiber of my being that the level of activity that I have been working at and that I am committed to continue working at, it is impossible for me not to get in a pink Cadillac. It's impossible. It's not a question of, I wonder if we will earn a pink Cadillac. It is, we are doing it. Okay, we are doing it. It's impossible for us not to do this because of the activity that's backing it up. So, if get real about your activity, ladies. Get real, because if you have been hitting, saying that you have a certain goal for a long time and you haven't been hitting it and it's been eluding you. It's not really eluding you. You just might not have the activity to back it up. So you've got a choice. Tracking forces you to make a choice. Tracking forces you to look at your numbers and say, okay, these numbers don't line up with my goal. Either I have to change my activity or I have to change the goal. It forces you to make that choice. And that's a good thing because then you're not going to be frustrated. So you can change the goal. And if you're at peace with that and you're okay with that, that's great. That's totally fine. Not a problem. And then you don't have the frustration or stress. But if you're not willing to change the goal, well, then you get to change the activity. And when you change that activity, the frustration also goes because then you start getting the results that are going to get you to that goal. So I'm going to cut this short actually tonight because, I have a guest in my house and they're waiting for me to watch Harry Potter. Which one are we watching? Number 5? I don't know. Are you a Harry Potter person, Kylie? Do you know about Harry Potter?
Not a clue.
I'm pretty sure Tammy is not a Harry Potter person. What'd you say?
I said I just don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm getting it. I did dress up as Hermione. That was fun. I bought a wig. To dress up for my sister, and she laughed so hard she was crying, like she was like wiping tears away. It was a great moment, I have to say. It was a great
That's
moment.
awesome.
Yeah, Tammy, you came unmuted. Do you have anything to say about Harry Potter?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I have no clue. None whatsoever.
Well, I'm gonna go
Maybe
watch
we're
it. What?
Maybe we're the outcasts here because we know nothing about it. We need to get on this.
No, it's okay. It's fine. You don't have to get
Yeah,
on.
whenever I feel like I'm the only one who hasn't watched something, I'm like, well, maybe that's a badge of honor that I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. I'm not jumping on the train.
Yeah. Well, ladies, I'm gonna turn off the recording here. We're gonna end the meeting. Is there anything that you ladies want to share real quick before we end?
can't think of anything.
I just think you're exactly right. The activity needs to change and, you know, be able to meet the goals. So that's a good pep talk. I think we definitely needed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being on the women who are rising up in leadership, 2 red jackets on the call. Love it. And we'll be here again next week. So, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you before then. So have a great night.